we see with social media just changing the kind of art ecosystem, not just the type of art that's being made, but the way that art is being kind of communicated to each other. I mean, you've had like very interesting experiences with people posting your art and then getting opportunities from that via social media.
I mean, if it wasn't for social media, I would just be still in the wilderness. Because I mean, I had, I used to show with a gallery and they dropped me, and then I was so upset. I just kind of, I got this job working in a club and I just loved that. I kind of found a new family. And then I was still painting, but I just was thinking, well, how can you get back into this, back into that, you know, groove? Because the scene changes, you know, every year. And it was someone reposting an image, and then someone had seen it and just offered me a show after like, not exhibiting for such a long time. And, but ironically, he wanted to see, like, because at the time I was really enamored by Albert Erlin and Christopher Walden, these really gestural, muscular paintings with brooms and turpentine everywhere. And but I also did this kind of tender portrait of an ex-partner smoking a cigarette. And the guy from the gallery walked in and just walked past those big abstract paintings and said, "Where's the portrait?" I was like, "You're kidding me."
That's the one you want.
That was the thing he wanted. Like, he wanted the most tender, honest thing. He wasn't interested in the kind of chest-beating abstraction, which I thought was a kind of opportunity for me to kind of reinvent myself. But he's like, he was like very dismissive. Oh
no! It's like, we want the portrait. We want the softness.
This size. It was lovely.
Oh, how do you choose which photographs you're going to paint?
Well, you see that pile over there. I'll just literally pluck something out, and then it usually ends up on this board, and I'll just stare at it for a few months and just think, well, I mean, because when I got a lot of these pictures, like, why would I paint a shower curtain? But then a month on that board, I think, well, why not?
Why not?
Because
the lighting, it's very tender. You know, I hate to put you in a box, but it's very tender lighting.
There's a part of myself that I am embarrassed about vulnerability and tenderness, but then why deny that?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Because, you know, most of the painters I gravitate towards are quite, you know, they have quite a heavy hand. Franz Klein, early de Kooning, Christopher Warr, Jacqueline Humphreys.
Oh yeah, you can see them in the artwork. Except not them as people, but like as souls, as it were. Like, I like this idea of like the artist putting a little bit of something into themselves that isn't a kind of like, I guess, like hylomorphic quality. It's more about the sort of the desire to be seen rather than like what is actually being seen.
Yeah, and it's also, I mean, when I was young, I played in bands. I was the drummer. And
I didn't know that. Yeah, oh my God, amazing.
I was young, and, you know, and to sort of compensate for a lack of musicianship, we would just play as hard as we could. Hair in my eyes, cymbals really high, amps up to 11. And then you listen back at the rehearsal tape and it would be just shit. It would be just the worst thing. But the volume was the thing that made us excited. So I guess with painting, you know, why wouldn't you love that big, broad, gestural mark?
Oh, of course.
But then, you know, I'm just not good at doing that. You know, it may feel good, but then when the paint settles, you just think, well, actually, it doesn't really, it's not really conducive to what I'm really interested in, which is about looking.
Being changed over the years, because you've been through a lot, and you know, you've had different stages of your career. You've had your illness. Have you, when you look back at different paintings from different times, can you see those different periods?
Oh yeah, for sure. Actually, yeah, I did a show at the Approach. I can't remember. It was before lockdown, and the paintings were very almost mute. And I think a lot of that was to do with re-emerging back into the London art world, and it was in the annex space of the Approach, and my work colleagues from the club I worked at all came to the opening, and it was really sweet because it was, it felt like a new moment.